Hello everybody and welcome to the first ever episode of Dota Academy. In this episode, we're just going to kind of introduce exactly what Dota Academy is. This is a first series to a very long installment series that I've been wanting to do for quite some time on my channel. The channel will be undergoing some changes, but that'll be discussed in a different video. The Dota Academy is here to teach you how to understand Dota and all of its basic concepts. Team fights, as well as gold, as well as heroes. What do they do? What are the attributes? Why do you buy back? What is money for? And what items are you supposed to buy for some specific heroes? There's a lot of things that Dota 2 doesn't really have, and one of the big things is that there's no way to bring in new players that actually just really want to play the game. So the Dota Academy will be here for you to talk about what is in the game and how you could get better at the game, or just in reality, how you could know the game. Various things we will talk about is stuff kind of like just going through friends lists and figuring out, like, no, how do you invite people, and how do you navigate the front menu, or like, where are all these people from, and what do all the tabs do, and so on and so forth. With that being said, we could talk about like heroes as well, like what kinds of heroes are there, what are they useful for, and what is Agi strength and intel, as well as what are people picking nowadays, people within the ranks, and so on and so forth. So in reality, we're going to talk about almost everything you would need to know about Dota 2, including the store, which is a very fun place where you could get 1,000,000 items that are pretty much, you could end up looking like my inventory. So yeah, this is how big this bad boy is. But long story short, we'll talk about literally everything needed in order to get you into the game of Dota 2. Cosmetics is just one small thing, but I've got quite a bit of them, so we're not really going to discount this factor. We'll talk about where you're supposed to see all these patch notes and everything you need to know in order to get better at the game, as well as some tutorials, what are items that are within the game, as well as guides for heroes that you might want to learn but can't really quite find the guide, as well as going over the arcade where a lot of mods are going to be put. And mods are usually just things that make the game fun, but we'll discuss everything and every tab in extreme detail, as well as going over the importance of a laning phase. What are you supposed to do in the lane? How do you make your lane successful? And who are you going to end up trying to have in your lane in order to end up having a decent time? Much like mid, where there's always a solo hero, we're going to talk about every single scenario and why certain things are. This little part extends for a decent duration of time, so we'll cut it off as soon as we're done talking. But the point of Dota Academy is to bring in new Dota players and hopefully teach them the ropes from start to beginning. A lot of Dota players come in and are immediately deterred, as there is a very high level of toxicity in the community, and I seek to change that as a caster myself. So we'll undergo almost everything needed to understand Dota 2. The heroes, what's last hitting, what do you use gold for, what is the laning phase and when does it end, as well as what do towers do, how do you control what a tower attacks or doesn't attack, and what are heroes like specific abilities. The heroes introduction will be basically released after all of the videos have been exhumed or sort of just created. All the intro videos discussing the mechanics, what gold's for, what items go on specific heroes, what kind of heroes are there, as in like support or carry or mid or solo lane or off lane. We'll discuss almost all of these terms in its own episode as well. So with that being said, this whole video is basically, and this whole series is basically just to bring in Dota 2 players to the community. Something that Valve has not really shown that they have a lot of work on doing, due to the fact that nowadays Valve doesn't know what the difference is between a Smurf and a new player. As we have a big Smurf-based economy, as most high-level games like this have. So with that being said, if you want to see more, as well as future episodes of Dota Academy, this series will be put on the featured spotlight playlist on the Dota 2 channel. If you're a frequent subscriber, you will see the series linked almost at the top of every video. So the other thing is that with the unboxing videos being so few, this is another little project that should bring a little bit more following over to the channel. And if not that, then we'll try our best to even make it better. But the big thing I want to point out is I'm not a top tier editor. So these videos are not going to be like super detailed in the editing form, but I will try my best as much as possible. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy this series as well as this introductory video. Hopefully my microphone was on this whole entire time. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this introductory video, and we will see you for the first episode of Dota Academy coming soon.